You want to make sure that you're getting the biggest bang for your buck. And really with this, you're doing that. Hey, Clint.
Hey, Juan. How are you?
Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, you too, man.
Hey, I love my PALFINGER body. I've had a 72, now I have an 86. This is actually a custom built 86 that you guys built for me. So I know all about the 86, the PAL Pro, regardless, what it is, what size it is. You guys have a standard. What's that standard?
Well, for us, it comes down to engineer the product to do the job that needs to be done. You can't tell, but underneath this is a full torsion box, full fabrication, designed from the ground up to support the loads that are gonna come from a crane. It's not just a reinforcement, it's literally designed to do the job that you guys have to do to serve your end customer. On top of that, we do have a full steel structure, steel side packs, steel doors on our larger boxes, aluminum doors on some of our smaller product. But because it's steel, we get a good strength out of it that you can't always get with aluminum. Yep. Aluminum doesn't like vibrations. The stuff you're working in, bouncing down roads, no. Not saying it's gonna fall apart tomorrow, but it might not last as long as you want it to. How do we protect the steel though, right?
Yep.
Well, we have a full e-coat process, zinc phosphating. It's full multi-stage dip process, primer baked on, then we top coat, then we line the interiors of the cabinets, then we do the bed liner, so that you're gonna have amazing corrosion protection for the life of the product. And that bed liner inside there, man, you have to admit it, you can beat on that stuff.
No, and my experience has been, I have a 72 that I ran for the last year. Will absolutely love the 72. And when we started talking about building an 86, I know this is a one-off, a custom bed, but it's the same standard. And that's what I was looking for. At the end of the day, anybody can build a bed and throw steel at it, make it super heavy and call it tough. But what I want is a truck, a body that's tough but light, that can get the job done and it's gonna last.
Good strength to weight ratio, that's right. And then on top of the body, what do we put up in the corner for you?
Absolutely.
It's a crane, right?
Yeah.
It might just be another tool, you don't use it every day, but we take the same pride in that, right? It is designed to do a specific job. Hex boom profile, single seam weld, only one in the industry. And we take, and then we e-coat every step of that prior to assembly.
Well, one of the things I wanted to talk about is, it's a substantial, investment to buy one of these trucks. To buy a bed, to buy a crane. You want to make sure that you're getting the biggest bang for your buck. And really with this, you're doing that.
Yeah, well, this one might just be a pretty showpiece for today, right? But tomorrow, this is what's putting food on the table. And it's doing that for tens of thousands of people around the country. And that's what's important to us, is getting them the product they need to be successful doing their job. But another thing that makes, not just our trucks, but trucks for the service industry, like what you guys do, interesting, is the amount of accessories that go with it, right? You look around, we got cranes everywhere, right? Cranes are cool, but without the full portfolio of accessories that allows you your bolt bins, your tool drawer units, your air compressors.
Exactly.
You need everything, because how many miles are you going out, right? When you go out into the sticks, you could be 30, 40, 50 miles away from a hardware store.
100 miles
exactly.
away.
So you gotta have it.
You want to be able to pack as much, and that's one of the issues that we run into. It always comes back to the whole weight issue. You want a service truck that's going to be durable and tough, but you want it to be as light as possible so you can pack as many tools and as many parts and pieces that you need to be able to get your job done. Nothing worse than being able to get out to the job. You start working, you figure out, hey, I don't have a 9/16 bolt or whatever else that you need, and now you got to take a 2-hour trip back into town to go get that. So
that one goofy fitting that you haven't needed since 2003,
yeah, exactly.
That's the one that's going to show up.
But well, I know this is a custom bed for me. Why don't we go take a look at a regular bed?
That was safe.
My 86 is kind of, it's a specialized truck, but this is more like what you're going to see day to day.
That's right. That's a one-off solution, works for you. This is what's probably going to be seen running down most of the highways, at least in the lower 48.
Yeah, a lot of inner cities, but this is a great truck, great package,
exactly.
Great body, great crane.
Yeah, 11-foot bed on this. It's going to be able to get you into some of the yellow iron mines, road construction. It's not going to be able to handle the biggest jobs, but it's that good all-around product.
Absolutely.
Just like with your truck over there, full suite of accessories, drawer units, bolt bins. Obviously, this is one of our PALFINGER-owned demonstration units.
Completely outfitted with tool drawers, C-Tech tool drawers. You know, so it's amazing. Like you said, the sky's the limit.
It is.
When you start talking about a service truck, how you want to upfit it, what you want it, what's important to you, you can have it built.
Talk about the compressor for a second. I know you have an all-in-one unit on
Yeah.
yours, right? Lincoln
566.
566. That's going to do what? Generator, welder,
Hydraulic,
air,
everything.
Exactly.
Complete all in one.
This unit's actually going to run a hydraulic air compressor. So you have a hydraulic or a engine transmission-driven pump and PTO arrangement. Runs the hydraulic fluid through the compressor to compress your air for you. According to a recent survey, guess what the #1 most important piece of equipment on a service truck is? Tool drawers, crane. What is it?
Probably compressor.
It's the air compressor. It's every truck's going to have one. They a little bit different flavor depending on what you're after. This is our standard right here, PRC 45 cubic feet per minute. Gets the job done. You got to be able to turn tools, right?
Yeah.
So the one thing I do want to point out on this, just like yours big, is beefy. The exact same concept that's on that big one goes into these as well. That torsion box understructure, full steel reinforced, or it's not reinforced, engineered crane column. It's all basically the same, just a little bit smaller.
Same
right?
engineering, same technology went into this body that went into my body.
That's right.
Well, you know, service trucks, that's kind of my thing. I love service trucks.
I love it.
And absolutely, you know, to me, nobody builds a better service crane or service box than PALFINGER.
Thank you.
So Clint, I really appreciate you taking the time to show me around, talking me through it. Until we meet again, buddy.
Have a good rest of the show.
Yeah, you too.